surprised they are even demanding for only a lion chair and not an elephant chair. Nonsense people everywhere. Why won't they demand whatever chair they want? When all the know is hard to betray each other and their people for personal interests. Wiki started something extraordinary, beautiful, and instead of the southern governors to key into the opportunity, they were busy fighting themselves and dragging their feet, all because Wiki is PDP. You'll be surprised that the Northwest demands will be met against all odds. How much resources are they contributing? These are people that do not generate anything to the growth of the economic. These people should be told to go and learn how to make bigger cake rather than asking for a bigger chunk of shrinking national cake. Greetings to all my amazing subscribers, returning and yet to be subscribers. Things are not always the way they appear to be. Follow your intuition for it to guide you accurately. Keep your motives pure and be very flexible in your thinking. Please kindly give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. 7 states from the Northwest yesterday asked the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission (RMAFC) to give its lion's share of revenue to state and local government. They agreed that the two tiers of government should take 60%, while the federal government takes 40%, pointing out that state governments are also saddled with funding of security apparatus, which is the sole responsibility of the federal government. The states, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, Jigawa, Kebbi, and Zamfara, in their separate presentations, made the demand during the zonal public hearing on the review of the current allocation formula held in Kaduna. In the current sharing agreement, the federal government, including special funds, is entitled to 52.68%, while state governments get 26.72% and local governments receive 20.6%. In its presentation, Katsina called for 35% for states, 25% for local government. The Commissioner for Budget and Economic Planning, Alhaji Farouk Jobe, said the revenue allocation was long overdue and its review is timely because it is getting to 30 years and the allocation was reviewed. Secretary to Kano State Government, Alhaji Usman Alhaji, lamented that the federal government was taking too much of the revenue. Federal government should take 41%, state 34%, local government 24%, and we need an independent 1% for Kano because it is mini Nigeria, he said. Now this one they call Big Ole. The Jigawa State Commissioner for Finance and Budget, Alhaji Ibrahim Baba Gana Humar, proposed 44% for federal, 34% for states, and 22% for local governments. Kaduna State Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Finance, Mohammed Shahibu, said 30% will be set aside for poverty, insecurity within states, and 30% derivation should remain but extended to mineral resources. In his keynote address, host Governor Nasir El-Rufai said the federal government retains the largest chunk of federation resources because it does too much but is too stretched and so does little well. Yet the things that really matter to citizens are state and local government functions. For instance, basic and secondary education, primary health care, and agriculture as sub-national responsibilities. Do you people really use this money for these things you just mentioned? The governor, who was represented by his deputy, Dr. Hadiza Balarabe, said, with the way things are, many states have to support the federal security agencies deployed within their jurisdiction, despite the fact that security is a federal responsibility. But please kindly give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Therefore, the argument for a significant review in favor of states of the vertical revenue allocation formula is compelling. The federal government has to consolidate its focus around security, foreign affairs, and monetary and fiscal policy. It should allow the states and the local government to get more revenues to deliver better governance at the grassroots. The APC, through Federalism Committee, which I chaired, had recommended a review of the revenue allocation formula in favor of the states. In my view, this is the most efficient way to adjust the finances of the Federation while transiting to a wider devaluation of powers and responsibilities. The progress and development of our country depends on well-functioning states. The revenue allocation formula is critical to that. Chairman of RMAFC, alias Mbar, in his remarks explained that revenue allocation was not reviewed for 29 years, contrary to constitutional provisions of every 5 years, because of socio-economic and political changes in the country. The allocation was last reviewed in 1992. It said the Commission was ready to present a new revenue sharing formula to the President for onward transmission to the National Assembly by December, added that ongoing consultation and sensitization across the country were aimed at avoiding past pitfalls that made past attempts to review the formula unsuccessful. As you may all be aware, ROMAFC, by virtue of paragraph 32B, part 1 of the third schedule to the 1999 Constitution, as amended, is empowered to review from time to time the revenue allocation formula and principles in operation to ensure conformity with changing realities, provided that any revenue formula which had been accepted by an act of the National Assembly shall remain in force for a period of not less than 5 years from the date of commencement of the act. In line with the above constitutional provision and the fact that there have been several socio-economic and political changes in the country since the last review in 1992, the Commission has commenced the process of reviewing the subsisting revenue allocation formula to reflect these changing realities. Accordingly, the Commission has designed processes and guidelines to ensure adequate participation of Nigerians, the RMAFC boss said. Meanwhile, the Fiscal Responsibility Commission (FRC) has raised concern over increasing debt profile of states and looming volatility to the nation's economic. Besides, the Commission has threatened to invoke legal action against commercial banks and other financial institutions already turning themselves into willing tools of fiscal carelessness by granting loans to states without recourse to due process, as outlined in Fiscal Responsibility Act 2007. Experts on taxation, economics, public policy, and media have urged the federal government to take urgent steps at ensuring fiscal prudence, particularly with regards to revenue generation and collection, advising against the use of consultants in the tax regime, which they argued is detrimental to national revenue drive. National team leader of PERL, Dr. Adiya Ode, in his welcome remarks, recorded the ongoing case between Rivers State and the federal government on the collection of value-added tax (VAT). He said the furor it has generated and the analysis thereafter are a reminder of the vulnerability of many of our economics at both state and federal level. In fact, it highlights the fact that many of our states do not have functional economics and are subsisting on allocation, but it does not have to be like this. In conclusion, the NYCN, in conjunction with some civil society organizations, CSOs, promised to carry out advocacy programs to educate and sensitize Nigerians, especially the youth, on their roles in improving revenue generation by supporting and deepening the expansion of the nation tax net. Please kindly give this video a thumbs up and please hit on the notification button for more updates. I remain your number one news plug. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.